Hey guys, Ashley with Country Roots Farm here. I want to walk you guys through this old homestead, and I'm so excited to show it to you and tell you our plans that we have for it. So stay tuned. Okay, so full disclosure, I am definitely one of those people that is really optimistic and is like, you can do whatever as long as you set your mind to it and look up what can happen and what's the worst that's gonna happen. So I freaking love this thing. I understand that it's almost 100 years old and that it's falling apart, but I want to make it a feed and seed on the farm. I think it would be the cutest. Yeah, it'll be some work, but it won't be horrible. So I want to walk y'all through this lovely homestead, and I want to get your opinion on if you think it's doable or just let it be. Also, I wanted to show you guys, so this tree is like an 80-year-old pecan tree. Isn't it gorgeous? Can you imagine all of the memories that have been had in this little homestead? Like, I just love it so much. So I can't wait to give you a tour. Okay, so first things first, you can see it's missing one of the cedar poles on the end here. Needs one there, so work on getting that. Obviously, also would be to clean up this front porch. So I'm thinking about just getting like a dumpster brought out here and we just throw away because it has all kinds of junk in the house. And I'm hoping to find some treasures, but to throw out all this stuff and rebuild this front porch. This is our fence, our entrance to the farm, okay? So this is like right off the right side when you enter. And I just think it would be the sweetest tribute to the family that grew up here, lived here, was born here, all those things, to redo this and make it a feed and seed. Let me know if you think it's possible. Okay, so this is the porch. There are like 2 solid boards, which is what I'm standing on. And the rest of it has seen better days, quite literally. There's a room. There's a couple steps I can take over here that are safe. So this room, we'll go look in the windows on the other side too, is so full of stuff that I cannot even get the door open. Like, this is as far as you can open the door. There's some kind of like chairs and tables and all kinds of stuff in there. Like, it'll be so gross to clean out, but I think it'll be so worth it. I really hope there's some treasures in there, something that I can redo and save from this old homestead. All right, so watching my step. Okay, this is the first room. It looks fantastic, right? Completely doable. The ceiling's kind of fallen in there, and I know why, so I feel like I can fix that. And then every room has a fireplace, obviously, because of how old it is. It was built in the 1930s. The guy we bought the property from was actually born here, which is pretty amazing. So, old windows. But there's a huge hole in the floor over there. This whole area is missing. It looks real lovely. I know. I mean, I just feel like it's doable. Like, I understand it looks crazy, but I can put some boards down. We can have a floor again. So, we're going to take a walk back outside, watching our step oh so carefully. So this is that room that's full of stuff. But the guy that we bought the property from was born in this house. Him and his family all lived in little places like this for like 500 acres around here. His story is so cool, and I want to pay a tribute to him. Look at that door. Oh, so cool. Okay, hole in the ceiling there. We know why. I'll show you. And this is obviously where Mouse lives. He's super cozy. So his great-grandfather, the original owner of the house, so his great-grandfather was a slave that was brought into Charleston. And when he was 17, that is when, I'm guessing they had a porch here or something for those boards. That is when slavery was abolished. And so him and his brother, they were both around the age of 17. This was like the kitchen area. Him and his brother came up to this area in South Carolina and they started farming. And they built these farmhouses, and now, you know, 3 generations later, the family has been able to profit off of them and enjoy them. I just think that's such a cool thing. Look at this fireplace. Oh, so cute. Little chimney. The original homestead is on another lot, so we don't have that one, but we do have this one. And so this was that guy's son that owned this one. And then the guy we bought it from was the next dude's son. I gotta walk this way because it's so thick. Actually, we might be able to make it. Go look in this window. Like, how are there glass panes even still in this place? Amazing. All right, come around here. Look at what I found on the side of the house. An old saw. And how freaking pretty is this wood? I just find this so amazing. Okay, here's where the screen door used to be. So I want to call the guy we bought it from, his middle name was Sparrow. So I want to call this the Sparrow's Nest Feed and Seed. Look at this doorknob. Alright, here we go. Woo! It is full of stuff. Okay, so obviously the threshold is falling in, so can't step there. Oh, I think it's gotten more damage since I looked in here last. What happened is a huge storm came through and blew a tin off the roof up there. So that's obviously letting all this water in, which is why the ceiling boards are falling in and then ruin all this. Also, you can see out the back right there. That's fine. And then there's a big hole in the middle of the floor. You can look through the couch and see. This is a really nice couch, free to a good home for anyone who's interested. So that was the kitchen that we looked at from the outside. And just a crazy amount of trash. I know that it sounds crazy to want to save this place. I get that. Oh, that fell out the door. Threshold's loose, remember. I know that it sounds crazy. I just think that it would be crazy to let it just get ruined. Which, I mean, honestly, it already is ruined. I mean, get worse, I guess is what I should say. Look how beautiful it is. So, thankfully, my husband is currently on board with me saving the old homestead because he knows how much I love them, which I think says a lot about him. This place is so cool and beautiful and has so much history and character. I feel like we have to save it. So, if you think it's impossible, or if you have any tips to rehabbing an old homestead, not that it's going to be livable, this is going to be a feed and seed. Sparrow's Nest Feed and Seed. And even if I can't save it, I'm putting a sign on the porch, and at least we're doing that. So like and subscribe if you like this video. Thanks for following along, and we'll see you next time.